Hello. It's always difficult to find a gift for a bar or bat mitzvah. What do you give them that is really valuable in terms of their future? We'd like to make some suggestions to you today that you can give some thought to and find a unique and wonderfully made gift. And that is books, appropriate books for a bar or bat mitzvah. Let's start first with the bat mitzvah girl. There are many gifts that can be given. One of them is a Tehillim, and this one is done this is an English Hebrew Tehillim by Art Scroll, and this is done in a leather that has a shine to it, and it's really a very wonderful leather book. This is the inside, very fancy pages. In addition to that, some additional fancy pages, Japanese paper. A very lovely gift indeed. A second thought is a prayer book, a siddur. Now, a siddur, this can be used also, by the way, as a wedding gift. A siddur in white or in any color that you want. I'll be showing you many other siddur. English Hebrew siddur by Art Scroll, but any siddur can be made. It doesn't have to be Art Scroll. Whatever you order, we can make for you. Comes with fancy papers inside. Here's another siddur, a larger one with especially heavy and large boards. This is a bar or bar mitzvah gift. Also very fancy paper inside. Here also is a lovely gift for a young lady, and that is Anenu, which is a selection of lovely prayers both in English and in Hebrew. It's a small book, but it's a lovely book. You can see it's an antiqued burgundy with a special crest in the middle. The name, by the way, of the boy or girl can be printed in the back at no additional charge. Also for a young lady, Pirkei Shirah, which has beautiful pictures and tefillot prayers in it, as you can see right here. Comes in a full leather binding with also very fancy paper and fancy work on the inside. Also there's Pirkei Avos. This is the wine red Pirkei Avos with a special design in the front. It's an illuminated Pirkei Avos. It's very, very lovely in English and in Hebrew. Also with very fancy papers. A Bertini in gold paper comes from Italy. Or a different Pirkei Avos. This one is Rabbi Wine's Pirkei Avos. And this is not illuminated, but comes with Hebrew, English, and a commentary by Rabbi Wine. Also again with fancy papers, end papers, and in addition fancy Japanese papers on the inside of the book. These are some of the gifts specifically, aside from additional siddurim, which can be used for a bar or bat mitzvah gift. Now here are some siddurim, and by the way, any of these books can come in any color that you'd like, all personalized with the name on it. This happens to be Rinat Yisrael Siddur with fancy papers on the inside. And here is another Rinat Yisrael Siddur in a thicker binding with gold along the edge, as well as on the inside of the book. This one has a double frame with very fancy end papers made in Australia. Again, here's what the siddur looks like. Each one comes with 4 ribbons as markers. In addition to that, here's one rather deluxe edition, and this one here is also happened to be Rinat Yisrael Siddur, but has the complete cover done in gold. And on the inside, there's fancy end papers here. And this construction is somewhat different, where this is leather rather than paper going to the very end. And also something to give some consideration. Here's a Chumash, a 5-volume Chumash. Also again with double frame and fancy end papers as a bar or bat mitzvah gift. And here's a siddur done in a red antiqued. The Siddur Beis Yaakov, a different Siddur, again with Italian Bertini end papers on the inside and a double frame in leather. This one here is a Siddur. Again, this is an art scroll Siddur, English and Hebrew, with fancy end papers on the inside, design on the back, and this is the design on the front. Here is a rather unique book done in a black goat skin. And this is again an art scroll Siddur, their kind that has the translation under the line. Again, a different end paper inside, the 4 ribbons, and a unique type of gold stamped cover. And here is also, this book is for about bar mitzvah. This is a tikkun for reading the Torah. It comes in 2 sizes. This is the smaller size, called a tikkun korim. And notice this is done in silver and in gold. All the gold, by the way, is 23 karat gold, all stamped by hand. And now we're coming to a machzor. This can be either Rosh Hashanah Yom Kippur machzor or a whole set of 5 machzorim. This one happens to be art scroll. You must let us know if you want Ashkenaz or Sfarad. Again, it's hand done with these raised bands and gold around each of the bands. And finally, we come to the last book that we're showing. This is the Siddur Koren, which just came out recently, English and Hebrew, with the special Koren typeface. And this one is done in blue, and therefore it has a blue end paper on the inside and gold frame around it and gold frame in the back. All of these books can come with more or less designs depending upon what you order, and that will depend, the price will depend upon how much design you receive. The basic book that we have includes 1 design here in the middle, 1 frame around here, the spine as you see it with crowns or 150 other different designs that I have, the title of the book, Ashkenaz or Sfarad. Then when one wants to add, they can add gold in the back, they can add gold in the inside, they can add 2 frames instead of 1, they can add something that like this, which is completely different, which is different work. But these are the gifts that we can recommend and suggest to you, because these are books that are really very lovely. A book that a person will never forget. A person will know that they received the book from you. We will include with the book a letter about myself binding the book, all hand done. In addition, we will note the one who gave you the book, and we will also notify them that the book was given to you at the time that it was sent. In any case, it's a personalized book, a book that will last a lifetime, a book that can be inherited by children, grandchildren, and great-grandchildren. Something to think about.